I'm going to show you how to change your brakes and rotors on your 2021 BMW 530i with the M Sport package, including this sensor right here. Let's start with what you need. Impact driver, 17-inch socket. If it's not a deep socket, 6-inch extension, 13-inch socket, pry bar, or if you don't have a pry bar, at least a strong flathead screwdriver that's longer. Something to hold your calipers up while you're working so that it's not hanging on the brake line. Piston compression tool or a C-clamp, needle nose pliers, thin flathead one, tiny. Something to push out your pin. A bigger plier in case you're not able to get your pin out. This Allen key to remove your rotor. This is a 6. First, you're going to lift your car. You can do it from the center right here if you have a hydraulic jack. And then on the sides, you're going to put your jack stands. This is where you put the jack stand on the right side of the car. Same thing on the left. All right, I'm working on the passenger side of the car. I'm replacing both the rotors and the brake pads. First, you're going to need your 17 millimeter, your extension, or if you have a deep socket, you don't need the extension, your impact driver. Now we're going to turn the wheel to the left side, to the driver's side. Now you're going to remove these two pins. This right here is the hole for the upper. You'll see the hole in the lower. You're going to go ahead and use your pin tool or your Phillips screwdriver and hammer it out. Because of the clip on the brake pads that holds the pins in, sometimes this can be difficult. I'll show you another method to get this out more quickly using a plier and hammer. What I found to be the easiest is use this to grab your pin. Okay? Use your pliers to grab your pin. Just hammer the plier. And your pin comes right out. Now our two pins that are identical are out. You can see the thinner side. It's going to come back in afterwards when we put it back in. Now we're going to pry the brake pads out. The clip that holds the pins will come out with the brake pads. If this works, you can skip ahead to removing the caliper and rotor. If you have the situation I had where the brake pistons were basically stuck to the back of the pads, you'll remove the caliper first, like I'll resort to here, and then pry out the pads. To remove the caliper, you need a 13 millimeter socket. There's two bolts. There's one here at the top and one at the bottom. A deep socket would be better than an extension given the limited space. Prior to removing the last bolt entirely, make sure you're holding the caliper so you don't risk dropping it and disconnecting the brake line. Go ahead and wiggle it out. It'll take some effort because your pistons are applying pressure to the rotor right now. And then you're going to go ahead and get your brake pads out. Your pin clip will come out. Make sure you don't lose it as you're going to need it when you're installing your new pads. Now your 4 brake pistons you need to compress simultaneously so that the brake fluid doesn't just move from one piston to another. I'm using this piston compression tool along with the brake pad since it doesn't extend enough to fully compress the pistons. Now go ahead and move your caliper out of the way. I'm using this hook here and just hanging it so there's no tension on the brake line. And we're going to go ahead and get started on removing the rotor and replacing it. To remove your rotor, you need a flathead screwdriver to prevent the rotor from rotating and a 6 millimeter Allen key. Once the screw is off, you can remove the rotor. Align your new rotor so the retaining screw hole lines up, reinstall the retaining screw, and then use brake part cleaner to clean the front and back of your new rotor. I put the cardboard from the new rotors underneath every time I use brake part cleaner to prevent making a huge mess. Put your caliper back in place and first hand thread the top and bottom bolts, and then use a 13 millimeter socket to tighten them. Make sure you look up the torque specs so that they're safely secured back in place. Then you want to check one more time that your brake pistons are fully compressed, and if not, you can use a flathead to press against the pistons like this to fully compress them. Make sure you don't hit the rubber around the pistons to prevent any damage from occurring. Remove the cover on the back of your brake pads and slide them in one at a time. Place each of your pins through the caliper, but just up to before the pads. Then place your clip back in place and ensure that the pins go through the clip and they're actually tucked in to the clip. Then tap your pins all the way back into place. If they're not going in, likely either your holes are not lined up or the clip needs to be pressed back to allow the pin to go through. Then you want to replace your brake sensor. I only have a brake sensor on my driver's side, so I'll show you how to replace that. Okay, this is what your wire looks like. This notch is where it's being held. Make sure you don't have the rear sensor holder, okay? Your sensor, you see how there's a little knob here? That's the detect sensor. It's gonna be out towards the outside of the car. So we're on the driver's side, okay? So when you put this into your brake pad, it's gonna go like this, into your brake pad, okay? This is gonna go on like this, inside here, and it's just gonna click in, okay? You see this little groove right here? Your wire goes into here, okay? And it comes out this groove, then it goes around the back, okay? It goes around the back and it gets clipped up here, Okay, clipped up there. Then it's gonna loop around, like I said, into these two loops, and it's gonna go here, it's gonna get connected there, then it's gonna go all the way up, okay? And you're gonna connect it here, okay? Then you've got this guy, okay? It's out that way, gets collected into there, and then these guys get closed, okay? And that's it. Now we're gonna reset the computer here real quick. I'm using Carly, so we're going to go ahead and connect it into our OBD2 sensor. Then we're going to scroll down to other features. We're going to scroll down to maintenance. Then we're going to go ahead and read out everything and go to front brakes. And then we're going to get started and hit reset. Once complete, start your car, pump your brakes until they feel tight. Now make sure you've taken everything out of the wheel well, and then your tools are left hanging there, especially the ones that were holding the caliper up. Now before putting your wheel back on, make sure that all of your tools are out, especially the tool that was holding up your caliper. Make sure that everything is tight, and then go ahead and put the wheels back on. Again, take a look at what the torque specs need to be, and make sure you torque everything back to the right spec.